Hundreds of thousands of people, both soldiers and civilians, are forced to deal with the effects of Agent Orange.
That herbicide was used by the U.S. government during the Vietnam War to help expose enemy fighters. But now, as Q2's Samantha Harrelson reports, we must deal with the fallout.
Agent Orange remains a sad chapter among many sad chapters of the Vietnam era in American history. Agent Orange was a program where the United States sprayed herbicides and defoliants in Vietnam to kill off vegetation hiding of the enemy. At that time, the government told American servicemen that Agent Orange was not harmful to humans. But in time, soldiers or sailors or airmen exposed to Agent Orange began to develop all manner of sickness and cancer and those sorts of things.
The chemical the government once claimed was harmless to soldiers now has claimed the lives of many who fought in Vietnam. A list of various diseases and disorders make up what the VA calls presumptive illnesses, meaning if a service member develops one of these conditions, the presumed cause is exposure to Agent Orange. In these cases, the service member has a more expedited path towards coverage by the VA. Current policy covers service members who are in Vietnam from January 1962 to May 1975. It covers those who were on the ground, as well as those who had brief visits ashore or served aboard a ship that operated in the inland waterways. There is also coverage for service members who were in the Korean demilitarized zone. The policy does not, however, cover those who served aboard ships off the coast of Vietnam, also known as blue water sailors.
The truth is that they were also exposed to Agent Orange. It's in the air. And so they were exposed, and so there's some issues that have come along with their health problems now, some 50 years after Vietnam.
It's been very frustrating for us. My brother became ill early last year, 2017.
Charlene's brother Peter served aboard the USS King off the Vietnamese coast. Last year, he was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, one of the VA's presumptive illnesses. But since he served on a ship off the coast, the family had to prove that Peter had stepped foot on Vietnamese soil for him to receive benefits.
I do remember my brother saying that he had gotten off the ship and gone and got mail and come back on the ship. Agent Orange, I believe, is kind of a sticky substance. It's going to stick to your shoes, your clothes, your hands, and in some manner, all of these sailors were exposed to this.
The VA finally found proof in a statement that Peter was in fact on the ground.
Just this past week, the VA approved my brother's claim, 100% multiple myeloma due to Agent Orange. We're very grateful for that. Obviously, it's still frustrating, it's still upsetting, but it's progress. And my feeling is my brother is still working for the Vietnam vets, even though he passed away 5 months ago.
Montana Senators John Tester and Steve Daines are a part of the fight. They're currently working to get legislation passed to ensure these blue water sailors are covered, even if they never stepped foot on land. But the fight is far from over. The effect Agent Orange could have on future generations is still unknown.
There's real challenges here. It does bring up the point that we do need to do more research to find out, because in fact, if it does manifest itself in the next generation, we've got another set of problems that we need to deal with in Congress.
Samantha Harrelson, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Samantha.
Now, Charlene says the VA is a colossal machine, so it should be understood that things do take time. But she also says those affected should also advocate for themselves.